an assault rifle, and just we heard it click, and the lady next to me turned around and said, "What the hell?" And then he just started shooting.
4 people are dead and another 9 are injured, including 2 police officers, after a man walks into a Louisville bank and just starts shooting. What we know about the investigation so far.
But first, here at 5 o'clock, the University of Oklahoma now confirms that Friday's shots fired call was a false report, and it was the result of swatting. Thank you for joining us. I'm Lori Fulbright.
And I'm Craig Day. President Joseph Harris says the swatting call came from outside of the United States, which is something we've seen more of lately. News on 6's Reagan Ledbetter tells us what a strain these fake calls put on first responders. Reagan?
Craig and Lori, Tulsa Police Captain Mike Eckert says these swatting calls are dangerous to the people and first responders and may start to affect the urgency of the response. He says if this keeps up, the expectation won't be the threat is real, it'll be the threat is fake. Nearly 200 first responders swarmed the University of Oklahoma campus Friday night after someone called in an active shooter. The university sent out alerts telling people to shelter in place.
You take 200 first responders out of the mix, your area of coverage is greatly depleted and can cause real problems.
Captain Mike Eckert runs the Tulsa Police Special Operations Team and says fake calls can drain resources. Active shooter calls are all hands on deck from every agency around.
We're all going to these events because there is a need for that type of a response. Mass casualty events call for massive response.
Captain Eckert knows firsthand what a real active shooter call is like after what happened at St. Francis last summer. 300 first responders raced to the scene to stop the threat.
We have 300 vehicles going lights and sirens that are trying to get to the same place at the same time. That's dangerous for the public. It's dangerous for the first responders.
Eckert says right now they always respond like it's the real deal, but that could change if these calls get more common.
If we get 30 phone calls in a month that are all fake, and then the 31st call is the real one, I don't think anybody expects us to have the same response after 30 false alarms that we would to the actual event.
Now, the FBI is still investigating the incident in Norman. Live in Tulsa, Reagan Ledbetter, Oklahoma's own News on 6.